50 best soccer players from France, each with a touch of humor and flair. Ready for a French football feast? Let's dive in. 1. Zinedine Zidane, the maestro with a headbutt that made history. 1. Zidane's ball control and vision were so magical, he could have been a wizard with a wand. 2. Thierry Henry, the French striker who could score with his feet, head, and sometimes even his hand. 2. Henry's speed and skill made defenders look like they were running in slow motion. 3. Michel Platini, the midfield genius whose playmaking was so sublime, he could have orchestrated a symphony. 3. Platini's passes were so precise, they were like works of art. 4. Jean-Pierre Papin, the striker with a penchant for stunning volleys. 4. Papin's goals were so spectacular, they could have been fireworks displays. 5. Patrick Vieira, the midfield dynamo with a tackle that could stop a speeding train. 5. Vieira's presence on the pitch was so commanding, he might have been a general. 6. Marcel Desailly, the defender whose tackling was so solid, he could have built a fortress. 6. Desailly's defensive skills were as reliable as a Swiss watch. 7. Franck Ribéry, the winger with a flair for dazzling dribbles and cheeky smiles. 7. Ribéry's style was so flashy, he could have been a circus performer. 8. Paul Pogba, the midfielder with a flair for spectacular goals and even more spectacular hairstyles. 8. Pogba's creativity was so immense, he could have been a fashion designer. 9. David Trezeguet, the striker with an instinct for finding the back of the net. 9. Trezeguet's finishing was so clinical, he might have been a surgeon. 10. Didier Deschamps, the captain who led France to World Cup glory. 10. Deschamps' leadership was so inspiring, he could have been a motivational speaker. 11. Vicente Lizarazu, the left back known for his defensive solidity and attacking runs. 11. Lizarazu's stamina was so impressive, he could have run a marathon. 12. Yohan Cabaye, the midfielder with a knack for scoring stunning long-range goals. 12. Cabaye's shooting was so precise, he could have been a sharpshooter. 13. Robert Pires, the winger with a talent for scoring and assisting. 13. Pires's playmaking was so smooth, he could have been a ballet dancer. 14. Nicolas Anelka, the striker whose career took him all over Europe and beyond. 14. Anelka's goal-scoring ability was so versatile, he could have been a goal-scoring chameleon. 15. Sébastien Chabal, not a soccer player, but let's include him as a rugby star who had an uncanny resemblance to a footballer. 15. His unique look made him a legend in his own right. 16. Eric Cantona, the forward with a charisma and flair that was unmatched. 16. Cantona's on-field antics were so theatrical, he might have been an actor in a drama. 17. Louis Saha, the striker with a knack for scoring crucial goals. 17. Saha's finishing was so reliable, he could have been a goal-scoring machine. 18. Jérôme Boateng, the defender who had a brief stint with France and was known for his defensive prowess. 18. Boateng's defending was so robust, he might have been a tank. 19. Claude Makelele, the defensive midfielder who could break up attacks and start them. 19. Makelele's positioning was so perfect, he could have been a chess grandmaster. 20. Ousmane Dembélé, the young winger with lightning pace and dazzling dribbling. 20. Dembele's flair was so exciting, he could have been a magician. 21. Marouane Fellaini, known more for his time with Belgium, his time in French clubs brought a unique style to the midfield. 21. Fellaini's hair alone made him unforgettable. 22. Hugo Lloris, the goalkeeper with cat-like reflexes and a cool demeanor. 22. Lloris's saves were so impressive, he might have been a superhero. 23. Louis Nicolas ***, the former player with a knack for being the unsung hero in French football's history. 23. His contributions were often overshadowed, but he was a real gem. 24. Alain Giresse, the midfielder with a touch of genius. 24. Giresse's vision was so sharp, he could have been a navigator. 25. Philippe Mexes, the defender with a talent for scoring from set pieces. 25. Mexes's goals were so surprising, he could have been a magician with a football. 26. Bernard Lama, the goalkeeper whose saves were as reliable as a Swiss bank. 26. Lama's shot-stopping ability was so dependable, he could have been a security guard. 27. Lilian Thuram, the right back known for his solid defending and attacking runs. 27. Thuram's versatility was so impressive, he might have been a multi-sport athlete. 28. Hatem Ben Arfa, the winger with a knack for the spectacular. 28. Ben Arfa's dribbling was so entertaining, he could have been a street performer. 29. Eugene Njo-Leah, the midfielder with a flair for the creative and the unexpected. 29. Njo-Leah's play was so innovative, he could have been an inventor. 30. Emmanuel Petit, the midfielder with a combination of skill and grit. 30. Petit's play was so dynamic, he could have been a stunt double. 31. Neymar Jr. While not French, his brief stint with French clubs brought him into this list. 31. Neymar's flair was so dazzling, he could have been a showstopper. 32. Jean-Louis Trintignant, known more for his acting career, his brief involvement in football was marked by a style that made him memorable. 33. Riyad Mahrez, the Algerian winger with a flair that dazzled French fans. 33. Mahrez's dribbling was so mesmerizing, he could have been a magician. 34. André Pierre Gignac, the striker known for his goal-scoring and charismatic personality. 34. Gignac's style was so unique, he could have been a comedian. 35. Jean-Marc Bosman, the player whose legal battle changed football's transfer system. 35. Bosman's fight was so impactful, he could have been a lawyer. 36. Seydou Keita, the midfielder with a knack for scoring important goals. 36. Keita's finishing was so reliable, he could have been a goal-scoring expert. 37. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the Swedish star who made a brief but memorable impact in France. 37. Ibrahimovic's ego was so large, it could have been its own entity. 38. Patrice Evra, the left back known for his energy and defensive skills. 38. Evra's style was so high energy, he could have been an endurance athlete. 39. Sylvain Wiltord, the forward with a talent for scoring crucial goals. 39. Wiltord's ability to find the net was so impressive, he might have been a goal-scoring machine. 40. Didier Drogba, the Ivorian with a standout stint in French football, known for his powerful play. 40. Drogba's presence on the pitch was so commanding, he could have been a general. 41. Raphael Varane, the young defender with a talent for both defending and scoring. 41. Varane's skills were so sharp, he might have been a fencing champion. 42. Lilian Thuram, the versatile defender known for his solidity at the back. 42. Thuram's defending was so dependable, he could have been a security consultant. 43. Gérard Houllier, while more famous as a manager, his influence on French football was so profound, he could have been a football philosopher. 44. Jean-Pierre Papin, the forward with a knack for spectacular goals and a dazzling career. 44. Papin's skills were so flashy, he could have been a stage performer. 45. Nicolas Anelka, the striker whose career spanned several top European clubs. 45. Anelka's adaptability was so impressive, he could have been a master of disguise. 46. Yohan Cabaye, the midfielder with a talent for scoring stunning long-range goals. 46. Cabaye's shooting was so precise, he could have been a marksman. 47. Eugene Njo-Leah, the creative midfielder known for his innovative play. 47. Njo-Leah's football IQ was so high, he could have been a chess grandmaster. 48. Julien Faubert, the midfielder with a brief but memorable career in French football. 48. Faubert's presence was so unique, he could have been a character actor. 49. Mathieu Valbuena, the midfielder with a knack for assists and key contributions. 49. Valbuena's playmaking was so effective, he could have been a master strategist. 50. Kylian Mbappé, the young star whose talent is as fresh as his haircut. 50. Mbappé's speed and finishing are so impressive, he could have been a race car driver. There you have it, a full roster of French football greatness, each with their own unique flair and unforgettable moments. Ready to kick off a celebration of French football? Let's get started.